And welcome everyone to Trekyards Mission Briefing, your weekly Wednesday dose of Starship discussion, review, analysis, theorization, first look, and just a bit of Trek fun, where we take a look at some ship from the multiverse of Star Trek, sometimes canon, sometimes not. Today, Stuart, what sort of ship are we looking at today, and why is that so cool?
We're looking at a spaceship today, and that's so cool because space is a vacuum, and for anything to live in a vacuum, the technology to be able to transport yourself through that is fantastically awesome. So that's what we're looking at today, is a spaceship. By the way, I'm Captain Foley. Hi, welcome back to Trekyards Mission Briefings.
He makes our puns go.
We're not looking at a Pac-Led ship. No.
Didn't they just use the classic Bajoran freighter as well? Isn't it just the boring ship that everyone uses? Was that the Pac-Led ship?
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to go back and look now. I don't know.
We should do a week. We should do a week of all those different kit bashes. Like, it's the exact same ship. Today, the Pac-Led ship. Today, this ship. It's the exact same ship every time.
I'd be down for that. That'd be fun.
Like 5 episodes of garbage. Well, we're looking at today's chart.
We are looking at a Nausicaan ship.
What do you think?
I'm actually impressed. I mean, it looks very Stingray-like or aquatic life to me. Or the thing that Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Jar Jar were swimming or in underwater.
Unabongo.
That's the one. Looks like, yeah, that ship, the Star Wars one, looks like this ship, and the jellyfish had a baby. But anyway.
So you like it?
I do. It's very cool.
Do you remember seeing it in the show?
Nope.
Fair enough. Left more of an impression to me because I think it's quite a different design. I mean, in Enterprise they designed so many alien ships, it's like a lot. And it's again built by Pierre Droulet. John Eves designed it. I like it. It's a cool design. There's lots of little details. It does feel aggressive. It does feel fast. I mean, in the episode, it very much is, they're raiders. It's an Nausicaan raider ship. So you want high firepower, good cargo space, fast ship, and ability to attack and whatnot. So it does kind of portray some of that, although maybe a little bit clean. Like, it would have been kind of cool to almost see like a really pirate ship, non-symmetrical and pieces that are damaged and scavenged. It would have been kind of cool to add another element to it, maybe. But again, we've never seen the Nausicans as lowbrow, if that makes sense. They've been fighters and strong big warriors, but never like rustic.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But then again, that's just the main Nausicaans. I mean, this could be if it is a pirate vessel, I mean, it would make sense to have scavenged parts and stuff on it. That would be neat. But yeah, I see what you mean.
But it's Enterprise, everything in a kind of cleaner look. Now, there is a window, maybe, or a sensor palette, like the TOS Enterprise original non-remastered. What do you think about scale, though? And obviously referring to the NX-01, and if you do remember the episode, it's got a clear scale, because we see the scale, but he doesn't remember it at all.
I can't remember it offhand, so sue me.
No,
doesn't mean actually sue me. If somebody from CBS is watching this, they might sue me. Anyway, I'm not sure the scale, but judging by those windows in the middle, which could be the bridge, could also be just a lounge of some kind, but I assume it's the bridge because it's Star Trek. I would say it's pretty small. Half the size of Enterprise.
Half the size of Enterprise. Ooh, interesting. Well, next picture. There we go. And it's compared to the NX-01, obviously. I thought it'd be fun to compare it to a similar vessel of the time, the Tholian ship, and just for human scale, both the Type 9 shuttle and the Danube Runabout, all the original models from the show, obviously, at the default CG scales. They tweak in different shots, but this is the default scale. Thoughts?
A little bit smaller than I expected.
Yeah, me too, actually.
But that's fine. I mean, it works. It looks good. Especially if it's like just a raiding vessel. I mean,
I'm really glad I picked these ships, actually, because if you look at specifically the Runabout and the Nausicaan, I mean, the fuselage is the same size as the bridge module piece. So, I mean, the fuselage isn't small. It's it's like a 6-person crew plus the entire aft bit. So, wouldn't it be interesting if literally that thin slither on the Nausicaan was the livable bit? Everything else was warp and cargo space and weapons, obviously.
It would make sense. I mean, how many do we see the Nausicaans in the episode? I don't even remember the episode at all.
It's Fortunate Son where they attack Mayweather's dad's ship, and they find this like space station dock thing with loads of them, and they're like, haha, we're chasing the Nausicaans around an asteroid. Oh my god, there's so many Nausicaans, we're screwed. It's that one.
Oh, okay, now I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't expect a very large crew on there for sure. And yeah, comparing that front section of the runabout to that bridge module on the Nausicaan, you get a clear scale, a sense of scale. So that's really interesting, actually. I mean, you would want cargo room as a raider ship. So
and just weapons. I mean, if there's few people, you need few bunks. And if you're willing to double up, that back slither could just be the bunks. You know, have a shower room, whatever. Especially if these are short range vessels. You know, at a base. I mean, why not build purpose built, kicking your ass ships? Seriously, I mean, I think it actually works really well for this. Yeah. But things do change with the side view, and I've thrown in another ship of the era, the Klingon Raptor, for relative scale. Very tiddly.
Yeah, it's not very big at all. But I mean, no, it works for me. I like this. I like the size of the ship. I like everything about this ship. Actually, it's very cool. It's actually growing on me pretty quickly.
I didn't think you were gonna like it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I've been holding on for a while. Yeah, I don't know. Cool.
Surprise!
That Tholian ship really is always a confusing one because I think of it as like a fighter sort of feel because it's very small compared to the Connie, but the Connie's quite bigger than this ship. But I mean, it really is a bigger ship. But the Nausicaan in comparison, I mean, I think my slither idea doesn't work as well because if you look, the scaling doesn't work properly with if it's recessed into the hull, that'd be fine, but it doesn't quite line up. But really, that's what 2 decks. Like the it's pretty small actually. Like you need a fleet of them to be impactful against any sort of capital ship, I think. Like a squadron, 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there wouldn't be a whole lot of cargo room. I don't know.
But if you're only getting important stuff, I mean minerals, fuel, jewels. I mean, 1 diamond can be worth, 10 computers, 100 computers. I mean, there's, it's relative, isn't it? And what's great about this mission briefing is that these 2 renders, or these 3, barely scratch the surface. There's so many little details because it's a smaller ship. They get pretty close to it. It's got high details. The next picture, we see some really nice just surfacing, some panel lines. No, I don't know if it does. It seems to be all visually just for cool factor. But look how cool that feels.
Very cool. Actually has a Cardassian vibe to it from this view, with those little pincers at the back almost.
Not to spoil something, but look what I happen to have with me. It's actually pretty interesting. Yeah. I mean, do you want to go to the top picture again? I mean, it's not a million miles off, is it?
No. And even the color palette. I mean, it's a little bit darker, but
I mean, with a few tweaks, is this being a Cardassian, proto-Cardassian ship?
Or a Cardassian fighter. I would like to see this scaled down maybe to like a 1 or 2 person fighter craft.
Ooh, yeah. Have each of those domes be a person. One's tactical, one's operations.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
With the main engine in the middle, yeah.
We're just throwing the ideas at you, CBS. Feel free to use that one. Sorry, back
it's
to
interesting because it's interesting because the wing tip or the leading edge tip, it almost seems like that is not ejectable but movable. Like it's almost like it's slid out and it can slide in to close up. I don't know.
It's a great visual cue. I mean, these have got to be aerodynamic to glow in atmosphere. I mean, they're so sleek. And so, if you're raiding, well, designing a ship specifically to raid space vehicles is one thing, but what if you're raiding colonies on the planet surface? I mean, we've seen wasn't Judgment, but it was the one where the Klingons are actively terrorizing the humans on a planet, and they beam down, and they're annoying, and they're mean, and, same thing, but in a ship. If this thing could bomb a little planetary settlement and say, hey, we're Nausicaans, give us all your shit, it makes sense to kind of have that. Why wouldn't you make a ship that does all the things? And strong. I mean, if this thing is designed to not just be an atmosphere, but also take on things in atmosphere, you'd want to have that built in, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. But let's go to the next shot. This is a cool shot from underneath. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more detail on the bottom. I love that big gun, that cannon. Oh, actually, a few of them there.
I'll be honest, I've seen this model. I never noticed they were guns until like a minute ago, and I skipped ahead. Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've never.
First thing I saw when I saw this, I'm like, oh, those green things look cool from the. Oh my god, there's a gun. I thought it was cool.
Well, we try and not when I make these shots and give them to you, we try and not to look at them in advance, so we can have this first impression. That's pretty unusual to have cannons, but it really does make a difference. It sends a message of, these are our guns. You're being raided. We're Nausicaan. It's pretty unusual.
Smugglers. Well, look at the Falcon. Look at the Millennium Falcon. Mm-hmm. It's got huge guns on the top and bottom. It's a smuggler ship.
But seriously, think about how many Trek ships actually have visible cannons.
Not very many.
I mean, basically, they've emitters, but not guns. I mean, Bird of Prey, maybe, one of the very few, and not Klingon ships.
Yeah. It's not really a Star Trek universe kind of thing. It's very much Star Wars. It works. It works in this case. Absolutely, that looks really cool.
Yeah, but the next picture is again a close-up. Lovely engine detail, lovely random cylindrical pods sticking out of the back, and again the cannons, and just it that actually looks very Cylon.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Actually, very, very Cylon. You can almost see, because you can't tell the wings don't go forward. That'd be really cool, actually, upgrade for the Cylon ship, for the fighter. Different, bigger, visible engines like that, and just a big gun at the back.
Well, it's actually like there's 3 barrels there. That's.
True.
That's just cool. I'm just sorry. That's just awesome.
It can kick some serious ass.
So this bottom view is from the front. And again, see more guns there. They got those cannons at the front, and you can see the back one there as well. But a lot of, I guess, deflectors and or sensors, communications. Yeah,
it's funny how they got NX-style deflectors, although different sizes, which is interesting. Mm-hmm. And then, see, I'm assuming that a ship like this would want to jam communications as well as talk to their home base, so a lot of communication gear would do them quite well, is my guess.
Yeah. Again, it's got a very much of a sea life kind of stingray vibe.
Yeah.
I love these shapes. Like, this ship is actually really quickly shooting up the ranks of some of the favorite ships we see. So,
especially in the Enterprise collection.
Yeah.
I also really like just the grill in the middle, just like the heat sink. Just it's a thing, but it's so central and so there, it feels really important.
Mm-hmm.
You should shoot that area in next time in a firefight with this ship. That is going to be a weak spot.
I'll remember that.
Yep. Good.
Next picture.
Yes.
Shot of the front, and it looks like torpedo tubes of some kind.
Yes.
Which would be fine. That would work fine.
And those cannons do look damn good.
They do.
I love also just the paint scratches, and there is some details. Give him credit. There was a few details. A little chiller intake thing at the middle. But the next picture's really good because it shows off the full hull with all the torpedo tubes. It's as soon as you assume they are weapons and the front 2 weapons. This thing has a lot of front ordnance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
And it's vicious looking. Like it really is. This is a cool ship.
Oh, little thing. Wouldn't it have been cool if they had rather than the middle bit be smooth, jagged, with like the smaller weapons, like pulse weapons inside them, and like teeth.
That'd be cool.
It's like an animal, because it does look like an animal, and add that as well, maybe even more vicious.
Take away that glowing bridge element, and it looks like 2 green glowing eyes.
Yep,
looks almost like a venomous snake head. Just add like those guns are the fangs, and it's got that flat. Yeah, that looks really mean. I like that. That's a neat ship.
Yeah. If you have the first picture again, the 3/4. Yeah, it's funny how something so small made no impression to you at the time because you weren't as energized about the show as some people were. Not that many people, but some people. But when you look at the ship, I mean, ship designs are abstractly good as well, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see it sort of kick its own bum, as it were.
No, this is a really neat ship. I'm glad that I actually got a chance to look at it in its detail, so thank you. Hopefully, what? You want to say something?
I was, but finish off your thought, because another bit that you'll laugh at, I think. In a good way, laugh at.
I was just going to say, I want to hear everybody else's thoughts on this ship. Like, did you notice it the first time around? Did you actually take a look at it? What do you think of this more detailed look that we gave you? And what are your thoughts on it? Put it in the comments below. So now you can tell me what you want to say.
So, predictably, Stuart, this ship was reused for another alien race. Can you get... hell of a lot you could guess, but what ship do you think it might... What race do you think might have been reused as? They needed ships. This was one. They threw it out there. If you had to guess, one of the bigger races in Enterprise.
Is it a Xindi?
It's a Xindi! Yes! I thought you'd get it. It's a Xindi insectoid patrol ship.
Really?
Yep.
Ah.
And obviously you guys are seeing a picture of that. It's basically the same thing, it's just more blue. They've lost the spikes at the front, and the green bits are now blue. And it actually fits very well in with the colour palette of the other ships, to be fair. And it has a different feel. But there you go. It's both... isn't it amazing how species across the galaxy, you know, separated by a great barrier of clouds, can design the exact same ship, but painted differently. Different.
Look at TOS. I mean, parallel cultural development. You got Miri with the exact same 1960s style Earth. You got the Yangs and the Combs with the Declaration of Independence. Parallel cultural development. It happens. That being said, join us on Facebook. Join the Trekyards Facebook group for interesting discussions on tech and ships. And what else am I supposed to say here?
Patreon, Stuart. People can donate to support the show directly. You know, new renders, new scale charts, new discussions, new details that you've never seen before on all the classic Trek ships if they exist in CG, and we're trying to build new ones as well. So YouTubers like us use Patreon. It's a very, very important service that lets you, the fans that watch and hopefully support the show, donate to ensure more can keep being produced, because there's so many things we can do and redo, but make them better, and analysis. I mean, would you like to see a comparison between the insectoid and this ship and sort of see the little subtle differences? Maybe, who knows? Patreon, like I said, are a one-time donation at trekyards.com, very important as well. It all goes towards our joint account that we spend on trips, on kit, on things you don't see, but improves this show nonetheless. But what's the other way that people can support and join in the fun, Stuart?
As always, share the videos around, spread the Trekyards word, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and notification icon. That all helps in the Trekyards, in the YouTube analytics, to put the Trekyards videos up higher so more people get to see them. And that's very important if you can't help us monetarily, just to spread the word and share it around and help the analytics. Also, you can check us out weekly. We do YouTube live videos where we talk about current topics, or just something really fun discussion points we talk about, and we'd like to interact with you guys, so you can drop in a super chat and help us that way as well, and that all supplements the income and helps out the channel and helps us grow and get better and do more for you guys. So,
which is what we want to do and what you want us to do, and everyone wins. It's just a fun conversation, because we're a really, really cool community. I've really enjoyed working with you guys and meeting you all, and it's fun to do more. So help us do more by super chatting and such.
That's right. So until next time, guys, and another mission briefing or just a full episode of Trekyards or a live, whatever you want to watch next, I'm Captain Foley.
I am Commander Hungs. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.